Forgot I have to turn my brain on and stuff. What's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq and you're not locked into KRXOVR Media. I really want to check this one out because it is such an unlikely combination, but I wouldn't doubt that's gonna sound so good, especially with the kind of music that Blanco puts out when he isn't making drill. I have a feeling that this kind of collaboration would actually work out very well. I think that Blanco is an underappreciated lyricist, not even underrated. I think people know that he's sick, but I think he's underappreciated. And Darkoo makes very catchy songs too, so I want to hear how they're gonna complement each other. So listen, man, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it. Okay, this is different already. Kind of remind me of like a throwback cartoon.
Scratch next to
Ooh. Yo, Darkoo picks very good beats, yo. Like just the way it just picked up out of nowhere. Yes.
Freedom is a must, damn. Rowan is the reason that I'm cuffed, damn. Brushing off the sugar, need a dust span. Flying up the
Alright, run it back. Forgot I have to turn my brain on and stuff every single time. First of all, I'm gonna put this on my playlists already. I don't care if it's been less than 30 seconds. This is going on playlists. One. Second of all, I have to try to focus because Blanco be saying some stuff.
if you wanna give it up, I'm just tryna top up, run it up. Every day so feeling from above. You know I got it. If you want it more. Freedom is a must, damn. Rowan is the reason that I'm cuffed, damn. Brushing off the sugar, need a dust span. Flying up the Holland like the Dutch man. She want a 6-figure nigga, so I'm creeping it. Here off the backboard, then I'm stealing it. Love you like a gangster, living backstar. I can see the future, you're my Cleopatra. Those hiding from the Jates like I had my Snapchat. I am Marcelo, but I run and trap back. Praying off the pretty, then I strike Aspas. Think I'm gonna go something like Casper. See, girl.
You know what I'm liking? I'm liking how he's bringing in and out aspects of like the street music, but also aspects of like the Afro swing kind of in there. It's kind of really catering to the different kinds of people who probably listen to his music, right? Even the fact that he referenced Darkoo's own song on a collaboration with her, right? Just some of those smaller things to me, it makes it feel so authentic. It also is one of the reasons why I knew that this collab was going to work out in its own way. It makes sense.
Those hiding from the Jates like I had my Snapchat. I am Marcelo, but I run and trap back. Praying off the pretty, then I strike Aspas. Think I'm gonna go something like Casper. See, girl. She just wanna slap some interiors. I'm a city boy till I'm serious. They ain't making sense, they're delirious. Toxic, Sagittarius. Chapters, real life gangsters. Got a ring-a-ling on my phone. She got a thing for a rapper, big time hustler. Cause the money comes so long. You just wanna feel it from afar. Tell me if you wanna give it up. I'm just tryna top up.
That moment is just, it makes me smile. That moment, I love it so much. Like, I love when beats do that, especially Afro swing beats in particular. And what I like about Blanco's decision with the lyricism here is that it has elements that make it a Blanco verse, but it wasn't super overwhelming. I'm pretty sure like a couple things in the beginning went over my head, so I edit to the best of my abilities, but I like how he had a little bit of the intricacy that he's known for without overdoing it too much, especially for the genre and this kind of song. Like, it would have been overwhelming for this kind of track, so I respect that decision here.
She got a thing for a rapper, big time hustler. Cause the money comes so long. You just wanna feel it from afar. Tell me if you wanna give it up. I'm just tryna top up, run it up. Every day so feeling from above. You know I got it. If you want it, tired of a loss. Yeah, I got axe on the track. Tryna put the ends on the map. We got the hundreds and the figures, no tax. Bad beer, hit it to the max. Color on my brown out. Keep it on the low like I'm burn out. Light it up.
Ooh, keep it on the low like, I like that. Pretty sure other people probably made lines like that or bars like that, but the way that she delivered it, it was this, I don't know, it was really smooth.
Keep it on the low like I'm burn out. Light it up in my burner.
Oh, you know what? I like this burner scheme because she said same color as my burner earlier, and then this whole scheme was just around burner. I like it.
We got the hundreds and the figures, no tax. Bad beer, hit it to the max. Color on my burner, keep it on the low like I'm burner. Light it up in my burner. Red dawn, that's murder, that's murder. Hasta la vista, take you out of word in my visa, yeah. In the coupe bonita, she got a thing for a delay, yeah. Hasta la vista, take you out of word in my visa, yeah. In the coupe bonita, she got a thing for a delay, yeah. Said she like F-boy trappers, real life gangsters, got a real name on my phone. She got a thing for a rapper, big time hustler, got the money come so long. You just wanna feel it from my phone. Tell me if you wanna.
I wish that Blanco had another verse. I wish that he had another verse, or like a part of the hook. Yeah, I wish that he had a little bit more on this one.
Tell me if you wanna give it up. I'm just tryna top and run it up. Every day something from above. You know I got it. If you want it more.
I like the little chop that they got going on at the end. The chopped and screw kind of thing. I like that. I like that. It's different. Oh wow. I guess I can see it in terms of like, you know, the duality in our personality, I guess. Makes sense. So in this channel we hold the vowels, that means we're gonna get straight into it. I'm giving this one just below a 9. I can see this being one of those summer bangers. Like this is gonna be one of those that it plays at a barbecue or at a party or something, obviously, you know, in the UK. But I can see it being one of those that just has the energy, just completely flip the vibes and any kind of a function, get everybody jumping. I really enjoyed this one. I think that it is such an unlikely collaboration, but it just made so much sense when you actually hear it. Kind of like NSG and Tion Wayne. Like if you just would have seen that at first, it probably wouldn't have made as much sense in your head. But then after hearing options, you're just like, you know what? It works. Or even NSG and Back Row G, right? Just hearing these artists from slightly different worlds musically kind of come together and just mesh, it just shows how much room there is for growth musically, especially in the UK. I think that this is one of those songs that was just missing a little bit. I can't exactly pinpoint what it was. I think that maybe if Blanco was on the hook, maybe if he had another verse or something, that probably would have been icing on the cake. But I also think that this is probably one of those where listening to it in a project might make it feel a bit better, you know? So I don't know, but from the top, their flows, they were good, like nothing crazy. You know, like they did what they had to do for this kind of song. This isn't the kind of song where you really go out of your way to flow. So I appreciated the fact that Darkoo had the moment where she just rapped and then went right back into the singing. Like it gave the song a little bit of a break, you know, and I appreciated that. That really was a really good touch. The beat, while it does have that moment that I love so much, I can't really pinpoint anything about it that's super memorable. Other than that part, I think that it just has a relatively generic Afrobeat sound to it, and that's not necessarily to insult it. It's just to say that it's just missing a little something to just make it just have a bit more oomph, you know? I also think that the beat does do a good job of keeping them together musically a little bit, especially hearing what Blanco does when he's not on drill. Like, you know that he can do these kinds of songs. I think that it allowed both of them to be able to be in their elements and coexist without making too much friction in terms of the clashing and the sounds and the content. But even with that, there really wasn't too much further to clash content wise, because it made sense why Blanco brought what he brought when you listen to the hook, right? It all ties in, it all does still make sense. And I think that I'm probably missing a couple things in what Blanco delivered, but I also wouldn't doubt that he dialed back a little bit just to be a little bit more appropriate to the genre. That this doesn't need a lot of punchlines. It doesn't need just insane lyricism all the time. This is just one of those that's intended to make you feel good. It's intended to be a vibe for you to have fun and just feel good, and it does a good job at that. But this one just makes me wonder what these kinds of collabs could sound like in the future. Just hearing more and more of them. Again, like hearing things like what NSG and Unknown T did, and now hearing Blanco and Darkoo. Just like, I'm just so curious as to what these kind of hybrid sounds could bring us in the future, you know? Granted, we've gotten these things in the past, but just to hear more of it, I'm just really excited to see what this summer has in store. So let me know who are some artists you want to see collab specifically within the realm of Afro swing, Afro beats, you know, anything within that world. Shoot, maybe even dancehall, because I know we're seeing Unknown T and Skilly Bang. If you didn't realize, you know, watching Unknown T's story, they have a collab coming. So hearing just those two different worlds, you know, like hearing just like road rap, drill, whatever kind of street music mixed with something like the Afro beats, the reggae, the dancehall, those kind of things. Like, let me know who are artists from those worlds that you want to hear collab. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more that's coming for y'all, but until next time, peace.